Okay, everybody, welcome to the final Leduc Rigger game of the year as we close out the regular season. Unfortunately, Leduc is not eligible for the playoffs this year. They'll be taking on Beaumont for, I believe it's the fourth time this year. And so it'll be a good game. Two teams know each other well.
First being Elias Svensson, being honored in his final season with the Over 4 seasons in the captain, number 10 Elias Svensson has been a steady, reliable presence up front for the organization. Elias closed out his junior career, playing over 102 league games, ranking 34th overall in league games played for the Leduc Riggers history. While contributing 22 career points and bringing constant effort, physicality, and commitment every time he pulled on a Riggers jersey. Unfortunately, due to the season-ending injury, Elias won't be able to play tonight, but his impact on the team, the locker room, and this organization goes far beyond any single game. Elias, thank you for your time, effort, and pride you've given to Leduc Riggers. Leduc fans, please rise and join us with a standing ovation as we honor number 10, Elias Svensson.
That was a nice tribute.
Also, is playing his final games in the Capital Junior Hockey League, wearing the Leduc Rigger colors for the last time over 3 seasons. With the Riggers, number 33, Jeremy Barefoot.
Thanks.
Jeremy finishes his captain career with 27 league games, logging over 1,500 minutes between the pipe, and in that time faced nearly 1,000 shots and posted a career save percentage of .853. A testament to his resilience, competitiveness, and willingness to battle through for his teammates. And just as importantly, as the numbers, Jeremy has been a constant, positive presence in the locker room, always bringing a great energy, great attitude, a smile on his face no matter the situation. Jeremy, thank you for your commitment to the Leduc Riggers, your dedication to the teammates, and your standard you set every time you step on the ice. One more time, let's rise and join in a standing ovation for number 33, Jeremy.
And Jeremy will be starting in net tonight for Leduc.
At this time, I ask you to rise for the playing of our national anthem.
Okay, starting for the Leduc Riggers, it looks like we'll have Huckabee and Josh Miraglod on the back end, with Brucken, McCormick, and Becker up front. Leduc has, Beaumont looks like it has 3 affiliates there tonight. They'll be the ones in the red helmet, coming from the Beaumont AA, U18 AA team. Huckabee chips it to the line, but not out. Now it's out. Loose stick fluttering around on the ice. Looks like that was a Beaumont stick. He's retrieved it. Huckabee puts it into the corner. Becker around to retrieve it. Plays it to the line, not out. Shot blocked. Josh puts it ahead to McCormick. McCormick gets a shot on net. Handled by Nordstrom, the Beaumont goalie. And the Riggers make a change. Coming out is Schwab, Cooper, and McKinnon up front. We got Meiklejohn and Sloan on the back end. Oh, turnover, shot on net. Nice save by Carefoot. I believe that was Kutu for Beaumont. Played up to Cooper, crosses the line. He's got Schwab with him. Back to Cooper. Directs it toward the net. Gervais with a shot wide. Gervais and Marinock on the back end now. Chipped in. Rattles along the glass there. Played ahead. Marinock hit hard. Pops right back up though. Here we got Gervais and Marinock on the back end. Oh, Marinock goes off and changes at that hit. Mirglad's on with him. We got Zimmer, Mark Mirglad, and Ratke on the forward lines. Ratke up to Mark Mirglad. Can't quite gain the line. Puck is loose at the line. Defense finishes a change. Huckabee is now on for Gervais. Shot on, steered into the corner. Nice job by Carefoot. And Leduc comes away with it. Ratke gains the line. There's the puck, it's turned back. Shaw gets on. He's got the puck. He flips it in. As Leduc finishes the change, we got Shaw, Wilcox, and Devine on the front line now. Sloan and Meiklejohn up front. Meiklejohn gets it in deep and chases. Sloan collects it in his own zone, circles back to Meiklejohn, back to Sloan. Turnover out front. Nothing come of it. Flipped into the end, put in deep. Look like they're changing. Gervais and Marinock on the back end now. Shot blocked by Gervais. Up front we got McCormick, Brucken, and Becker. Brucken plays it in deep into the corner. McCormick gives chase. To the line, not out. Brucken plays it back in. Come away with it. Becker ties up Coutu. Just about caught Beaumont. There were too many men. Gervais went for didn't get it. Shot right on. Carefoot with a great save. Both teams make a change. Well, we got Josh Mirglod and Huckabee on the back end, with Devine, Schwab, and McKinnon up front. Oh, sorry, that's Cooper. Cooper, McKinnon, and Schwab up front. Schwab puts it in deep. Chases. Beaumont has numbers. Gets it around. Well, it's tipped by. Josh went to intercept that, but didn't quite get it. Nothing comes of that, though. Played out front. Cleared out in the neutral zone. Collected by Beaumont. Up front, tipped in. Off the netting. And the faceoff will be inside the zone to Carefoot's left. Luke changes. We got Minklejohn and Sloan on the back end with Mark Mirglod, Zimmer, and Ratke up front. Mark over to Ratke. He comes in one-on-one, drops pass. Mark with a shot right on, steered away. Ratke tries to play it out front. Collected by Beaumont. Gathered again by Leduc, though. Put to the line, not out. Put in the other zone. Beaumont clears it and chips it out. Right on net, so no icing. Minklejohn plays it up to Radke, but it's cleared right back into the Leduc zone. There's Sloan, flips it ahead. Leduc's made some changes to Shaw. Shaw tries to get it out front. That pass is blocked. Played in deep. We now have Gervais and Marinock on the back end. Shaw. Ooh, off the roof. Shaw, Wilcox, and we're changing again. We had Shaw, Wilcox, and Devine up front with Huckabee and Mirglod on the back end. He controls the face-off, plays it back behind the net. Fired back in by Josh Mirglod. Behind the net. Beaumont clears the zone, pass across, partially intercept block, but up front, Beaumont had a dangerous opportunity there. They got a couple guys behind the defense. Devine carries it across. Brucken, good job of there disrupting that clearing. To Devine. Devine shot right on. Saved by Nordstrom, the Beaumont goalie. And Leduc will finish their changes. We have Marinac and Gervais on the back end with Brucken, Becker, and McCormick up front. McCormick has that. Back to Gervais. Shot on. Blocked in front. Rebound. Back to Marinac. Over to Gervais. Played in deep. Around to Becker. Becker puts it out front to Cooper. Oh. Cooper just couldn't handle that bouncing puck. Becker has it again. Back to Cooper. He wheels in the corner. Back to Becker. Nice cycle there. Spin along the wall. Played off the glass and out. Off the netting. And we'll get a whistle. Luke make changes. We got Sloan and Meiklejohn coming out on the back end. We'll have Schwab, Cooper, and McKinnon up front. Leduc wins the face-off. Tricky shot on. Steered away. He gets it up. There's Meiklejohn has it. He just puts it right back in deep. Touch with a high stick. So I believe that will be inside the zone. Yeah, it'll be to the goaltender's left. Beaumont comes away with it. See a couple of the red helmets on today, so at this point, so got a couple of affiliates on for Beaumont playing this shift. Looks like one up front and one on the back end. McKinnon comes away with it. He controls it. Back to Meiklejohn. Over to Sloan. Up to McKinnon. Into Beaumont's zone. Schwab. Great pressure by Schwab. He puts it out front. Here's Josh Meerglod. Oh, and we'll get a whistle. We're going to have our first penalty. It's going to be a trip. A trip on number 22 from Beaumont. I believe that might be Vecvet, but I'm not sure. I don't have a program on me. So Leduc will go on the power play here. 9:34 left in the first period. Radke, Schwab, and Brucken up front. Meiklejohn and Mark Meiklejohn on the back end, it looks like. We're on this power play. Meiklejohn over to Radke. Ooh. Mark was lucky to get that, or else Beaumont was away. Slash for it, but nothing called either. Tried to play it out front, it was blocked. Luke controls again. Back to Meiklejohn. Over to Radke. And back, that's goal. Goal scored by Radke, a nice little give and go. Couldn't see who that was with him there, playing that. I'm not sure who got the assist on that, but might have been Schwab. But we'll hear soon from the announcers. That looked pretty good in that power play. So Leduc goes up 1-0 at 8:43 of the first period. We're out shooting Beaumont 8-7. Luke to, there's Meerglod, puts it in deep, right on. And the Beaumont goalie keeps that. So we have Huckabee and Josh Meerglod on the back end, with McKinnon, Cooper, and Becker up front. So Radke from Schwab and Nickeljohn there. Myrglod over to Huckabee. Tipped ahead in the Beaumont zone. Beaumont controls. Chipped out, but collected by Leduc and right back in. Becker gives chase. Cooper's out there now. Gervais on for Josh Myrglod. So we got Marinock and Gervais on the back end. Oh, not giving away. We got Radke, Cooper, and Zimmer up front. Chip, but not out. Puck still in. Cleared away by Gervais. Up to Cooper. Cooper carries across the line. Gets it in deep. Tried to put it out front. It was blocked. That clearing attempt does not make it out. Marinock right back in. Comes around. Gervais goes off. We got Sloan and Marinock on there. Radke, Mark, Myrglod, and Zimmer up front right now. Marinock's still on. Wasn't able to change. Puck loose out front. Beaumont captures it. Good pressure by Leduc here, though. Leduc grabs it. Hey, we got Sloan and Nickeljohn on the back end now. Mark Myrglod, Radke, and Shaw up front. Played down the ice. It's going to be an icing. So Radke, Mark Myrglod, and Shaw up front with Sloan and Nickeljohn on the back end. Opportunity out front, blocked there by Nickeljohn. He took that puck. Looked like it got him pretty good. He's kind of wincing there. But he stays on. Played up into the Leduc zone, right on. Carefoot captures that, and Leduc will be able to make a change. So on the back end, we got Huckabee and Josh Myrglod. Up front, Brucken, Becker, and I believe that's McCormick. Puck took a really weird bounce there, I think off the linesman skating into the Beaumont's bench. So that's an unfortunate turn of events for Leduc because they might have been able to generate something there. Off the linesman again. 2 plays in a row off the linesman. Huckabee gives chase in his own zone. He's hassled by one of the affiliates. Beaumont comes away with it. Puts it behind, foot out front. Nobody there, comes out of the zone. Turnover. Kept in. Shot wide. Leduc will clear here. They get it out. Beaumont right back towards it. It's a high stick. And it'll be to Carefoot's right. Both teams make some changes here. Got Gervais and Marina coming out on the back end. Got Devine, Sean, Wilcox up front. There's 3:58 left in the first period. Leduc leads on the score sheet 1-0, and on the shot clock 10-8. Shot through traffic. I'm not sure if Carefoot even had a chance to see that. That'll even the game at 3:44. Oh, sorry, Beaumont's leading on the shot, 11-8. So that's the Beaumont's 11th shot of the period. Scores their first goal, makes it a 1-1 game. John and Sloan on the back end now. We got Schwab, Cooper, McKinnon up front. That was offside. 3:18 left to go in the first period. John went to put it in, but it's blocked. Now he gets it deep, and I'm not sure what's going on. That's all this about. Not quite sure why that was whistled. Anyways, 3:10 to go in the first period. The face-off will be to Carefoot's right. Two red hats on for Beaumont. John plays around to McKinnon. He's on with Sloan as a defense partner. Shot right on, steered aside by Carefoot. Up front, we got McKinnon, Cooper, and Schwab. Tipped right on to Carefoot. He gathers that up, and both teams will make a change. So we got Josh Mirglod coming out with Huckabee as his partner. We got Radke, Zimmer, and Mark Mirglod up front. 1-1 with 2:21 left to go in the first period. Home run pass. No icing. Radke's first to it. Plays it up to Zimmer. Knocked away. Mark corrals it. To the line, not out. Josh Mirglod keeps it in. Beaumont first two. Oh, shot off the post. Bounce high, pinballed around, and Beaumont managed to keep that out of their own net. Great opportunity there. And minute 16 left to play in the period. We have Sloan and Mikkeljohn on the back end, with Brucken, Becker, and McCormick up front. Beaumont plays it to the line, not out. Now it's out. Chipped ahead. Played in deep. Oh, we got a penalty coming up to Beaumont. Barefoot leaves net for the extra attacker. 24 seconds left in the period. Radke gains the zone, crosses, plays it out front, touched by Beaumont, and we'll have a whistle with only 12 seconds left in the period. I missed what that was for. So for the power play, we got Brucken, Schwab, and Mark Mirglod up front, with Mikkeljohn and Radke. Played across, but chipped away and play down the ice. And that'll pretty much do it here.
Chief penalty number 12, Austin McDonald. 2 minutes for charging. Time of the penalty, 12 seconds.
Okay, that was a charging penalty to Austin McDonald. So Luke will start the second period on a power play, 1:49 in that. Leduc had a pretty strong period for them, considering their last couple. I think they've been swept to date by Beaumont, usually somewhere in the neighborhood of 9-0. So this is a pretty good showing for them so far. That was a good period. So we got they were out short 14-9, but it was pretty even overall. So I will see you at the start of the next period.